Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Josielo Marie Gonzalez, and today I'm gonna be talking about student mental health crisis conditions due to online education. Research have shown that the increased screen time of online instructions and the lack of face-to-face interaction have affected many students' mental and physical health during these tough times. This is a serious problem that a lot of students, maybe even some of us here, have suffered during these times of uncertainty due to COVID-19. During my research, I found that a lot of universities and high schools have asked their students on how they feel about these online classes, and it has been shown that most of them have said that they have been suffering from anxiety, depression, and many other things due to this new modality. In an article published on statenews.com, a student said that doing the online class by myself was more stressful than if I was in an in-person class and made my mental health harder to take care of. Today, I'm gonna be explaining why this is happening and how we as students can try to evade it or overcome it. 2020 has been a tough year for a lot of people due to the pandemic that we are fighting against. A lot of people have been struggling with their own personal changes, and when it comes to students, both in college and other levels, it's not different. The first point I will be covering is why and what it exactly is causing these mental health problems in students from all ages. Mental health problems on students is not something new, but since this new modality of taking online classes has been put on us, students who didn't suffer from it have started to have mental health problems. In an article published called "Online Classes Cause Mental Health Struggle" on students, Katie Lear, a mental health counselor who specializes in trauma and anxiety treatments, said that just as students are being flexible with teachers who are trying out online methods for the first time, it seems fair that teachers should extend that same flexibility back to students. Teachers who modify their expectations for what this semester should look like may find themselves with happier and healthier students. The poor amount of face-to-face interaction to, to distress this unfamiliar situation and the increase in work given by professors have been the primary cause of these mental health problems on students. As you can see right now on my screen, there's a graph that shows different side effects or different things that people were dealing with after and before the pandemic. As you can see, there's depression, anxiety. I want to mainly focus on those two since it's the two most common right now after this new modality. As you can see, depression has gone up from March to May of 2020, and anxiety it's on a level from fall 2019 to March and May 2020. Right now, the numbers are expected to be even higher for both anxiety and depression. And this is some of the most common ways that COVID-19 has impacted students' life. As you can see, most of them are suffering from stress and anxiety, disappointment or sadness, loneliness and isolation. They have been having problems relocating to where they used to live and financial setback. As you see, 91% for anxiety and stress and 81% for sadness and disappointment. So they have been suffering from a lot of mental health crisis. We all have to deal with this new modality, whether we like it or not. And yes, it's not easy, but we have to do the most we can to make it seem a little bit lighter and try to not fail in depression, anxiety, or other mental health problems. The second point I will be talking about is what can we do to try and evade or fight these mental health problems. Maybe right now you are suffering from one of these mental issues and you aren't even aware of it, or you are and don't know how to stop it. So I'm gonna give you some tips that may help you overcome it. In an article, How to Manage Your Health While Taking Online Classes, Dr. Jennifer Ricard, SDSU's Director of Counseling and Psychological Services, said some common misconceptions on campus are that their department is too busy to provide support, or that students' problems are too insignificant for them to receive help. Struggling right now is not surprising or unusual, but that doesn't mean that there's not any help. I really hope that students that seek that out so they can get better and we can move through these times to get back to a normal. It's important to limit the face-to-face interaction with other people, but that doesn't mean you have to isolate yourself from everyone. You should talk to your friends and family about how you feel and be open about it, or even seek professional help. Here I show some of the points that you should take and that are gonna help you to overcome or fight these mental health problems. Make sure you have a comfortable workspace, limit screen time before bedtime, avoid isolation, create a positive work environment, get plenty of fresh air, exercise, and have a good nutrition. And if it's not working any of those, seek professional help. That's the key of it. In conclusion, we can say that online classes have affected a lot of students, and they will continue to affect us until professors find a different way of giving them or we get accustomed to this new modality, which we don't know when it will end. It's time for professors and the education system to see that this is affecting us more than they think and try to do things a little bit different because we can't be taking classes the same way we used to. I encourage everyone of you today here that if you ever fall in depression, anxiety, or other mental health problems that may affect you due to online classes or classes in general, seek for help. You are never alone during these tough times. And I want to end with this quote from Henry Ford that said, when everything seems to be going against you, remember that the airplane takes off against the wind, not with it. Thank you for your attention.